And we are live, and we are on the computer again. Those of you who have been longtime viewers know that we've been kind of going back and forth on phone, laptop for live stream. And I'm trying something new because I want to be able to highlight your guys' comments and put them on the screen so that people who are watching the replay and everything will be able to read the comments. And I don't know, I think it'll be fun. So looks like we've got a couple of people here already waiting and saying hi. So let me know that you're here. Drop a comment just so that I can see. Oh, there we go, Jennifer. So let's see if this works. All right, it did. Jennifer says, hey, guys. I'm going to have some fun here. Jaden and his dad, Epic Subset, saying there, saying hi. Looks like we've got Anthony's Fire Rescue, Arcade Jackpot Master. Hey, Jeff. I see Jeff here, a day in the life of Jeff as well. So I'm obviously having a lot of fun with these little comments. So I got a new app. Okay, I got a new app to make this live stream a little bit more exciting and things. And in case you're curious, the app is called Restream. So what it's letting me do is it's letting me simultaneously broadcast to YouTube and Facebook at the exact same time. So we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, and comments from either location are going to end up here in my feed. And then basically what I can do is I can click on your comments and that'll put them up on the screen. So the reason why that's awesome is when we're answering your questions, I can put the question up on the screen for everyone to see, and I think that'll be totally neat and totally cool. The only problem is because please no Restream, it's terrible. Well, I'm on Restream. It's what I'm using. Until I can find something better, it's what I'm using right now. You want to tell me some better things? I'm always happy to check out those better things. But we can chat about that later. Hi, David. Hi, Stephanie as well. Good to see you. Dragon Blood's here as well. Lots of people hanging out with us here this evening. So good to see you all. I have heard of Streamlabs OBS. So I'm going to just pop that up. This is Jaden and his dad's recommendation there. Streamlabs OBS. And we'll take a look at that. But this was something I was able to get going relatively quickly here this evening. And so it's great. Anthony asks, how is our evening going tonight? Why don't you answer that one?
Not too bad. Kids are in bed, though they're not asleep. So you shouldn't hear anything, but if it's suddenly you randomly hear banging in the background or something, that's probably one of them accidentally kicking the wall or something. Otherwise, no, we had a pretty good evening. The kids actually went outside and were riding scooters around with the next door neighbor. So they were there for what, like 2 hours today or something like that this afternoon. So that was nice.
Wore themselves out, hopefully.
Yeah.
Jeff mentions that he's got to get out of here soon. I appreciate you even stopping by to say hi, Jeff. We don't have too many East Coast video viewers or followers, and so I appreciate your dedication for being here at 11 p.m. your time.
You going to San Diego or South Dakota?
Yeah, what are you referring to, San Diego or South Dakota? I know you're coming to San Diego in October, so I'm going to assume that's it's not San Diego. But anyway, definitely. Where's my train of thought here? Oh, appreciate you being on here for the late night for you, for sure. David says, hello, good seeing you live. You're a lifesaver when it comes to travel plans. You always respond quickly ASAP. That is one thing that I really, really try to do. You know, I've commented on a lot of YouTubers' videos before, and I always love it when they respond. And, you know, when I comment and then they don't respond, it's always like, you know, a little bit of a letdown, if you will. So I just love to be the person that always responds. Okay, you are coming here. Jeff, just to get back on that, Jeff says that the SD was in reference to San Diego. I thought you weren't coming out till October, so you're coming out now and then again in October? How does that work? And Anthony says that he is from San Diego as well and loves it here. So we do too. Absolutely love San Diego for sure. See, David says I'm going to Disneyland in December if things don't change due to COVID. Oh, don't get me started, David. Don't get me started.
I don't see them closing again because I feel like if they were going to close things again, they already would have at this point. So I feel like they're literally trying to avoid lockdowns again. That's my hope, is that they're trying to avoid lockdowns. Because,
so I have a theory.
But I don't know.
I have a theory. Huh? It's never a good thing. So if you are familiar with San Diego, California politics at all, you've probably, even nationally, possibly heard about the recall efforts for Gavin Newsom that have been going on. There's been only 2 governors recalled in the history of the U.S., one in some other state, I don't remember, and another California governor back in 2003 when Arnold Schwarzenegger became governor and replaced him. Right now, Gavin Newsom is playing nice. And I honestly think that if after the middle of September 11th through the 14th is when in-person voting is for the recall. I think that if he stays in office, as soon as the threat of recall is gone, he's going to start doing whatever he wants. But until then, he is going to follow pretty much what the rest of the United States is doing. So if lots of other states start closing down, he may do it again, but he can point to, well, every other state's doing it.
But at the same time, he's usually followed whatever New York's done, and New York isn't locking stuff down again.
Yeah.
They're just, their whole spiel is just, go get vaccinated. If you want to avoid this, go get vaccinated. And that seems to be, what everyone's little policy is right now. And not to get into political debate or anything, but I feel like we have always lagged behind either Michigan or New York in whatever we end up doing. And we've always been right in line with whatever they're doing, and they're not really doing anything different.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Of course, if anything impacts theme parks, we're going to let you know here on the channel.
We're going to be upset.
we're going to let you know here on the channel. Let's just leave it at that. SDA 123 says hello from Arizona. Hello. Arcade Jackpot Master asks when we are going to Howl O Scream. When I'm going to Howl O Scream.
I'm not going.
She's not going to Howl O Scream. I have, at the moment, I have a paid ticket for opening night, September 17th. I'll be going with my buddy Chris from Park Swap. He's already got a ticket as well. But I did sign up for public relations events with SeaWorld. They've put me on their list of media outlets for media previews and things like that. And they did tell me when they told me that they put me on the list that the next media preview event would be for Howl O Scream. So there's a possibility that there will actually be an earlier access for Howl O Scream that I may get invited to, in which case I'll have paid for a ticket for nothing. But I don't know that that's going to actually happen, whether I'm going to get free access or anything like that. I don't know how the media event stuff works right now. But I'm going to see. I do, at the very least, have tickets for opening day, so there will be a video. I'm going to try to get it up the day after, on the 18th. But we're going to talk about in just a little bit something else that's going on the 18th with Legoland. And, of course, Arcade Jackpot Master already probably knows about that. But we're going to go to that event as well. So we'll talk about that here in just a minute. 17th is a Friday, 18th is a Saturday, and 19th is a Sunday. And 17th through the 19th, there's a Legoland event going on. But we'll talk about that, like I said, in just a bit. Let's see here. Just going down through. Oh yeah, a lot to. I'm reading all your comments. This is probably the most comments from you guys that I've gotten. So I'm trying to read through them, and you guys were going crazy with comments during our COVID conversation. So, is there any availability for opening night still? That's a great question. We will check right now. And
I wouldn't know. I haven't looked into it. I don't like getting scared. Like, I don't see the point in paying to go get scared. Like, I don't do haunted houses. I don't do haunted anything. That's not my thing. So, he can have fun doing it for you. He's guessing it's going to be cheesy. Who knows? But I'm still not guessing it.
I'm still trying to look here.
It's like my version of haunted house is a haunted mansion at Disneyland, which our kids go on and it's not scary. So. What?
I'm just trying to. How do I even check what? Oh wow, they're not even dated tickets anymore. I'm confused. Hello Scream Unlimited, any night.
Maybe
they got rid of. It looks like they got rid of the dated tickets, which is kind of annoying because I paid for a dated ticket. Although my dated ticket was cheaper than the tickets that are on here. But
maybe that's why though.
What I'm seeing is you can buy a Hello Scream. Let me just pop up new screen. Now you guys can see it. This is another aspect of the app that I really, really like. So now you can take a look. Let me see if I can zoom in on this a little bit. Not really, won't let me zoom. But you can see they have Hello Scream single night tickets Thursday, Friday, or Sunday only. So you can go Thursday, Friday, or Sunday, and they're $40 each. They have single night ticket for any night. You can go anytime between September 17th and October 31st. Doesn't matter what day it is, for $54.99. And then you can go unlimited number of times to Hello Scream for $99.99. Oh, this one's Thursday, Friday, or Sunday only.
I thought the event was only Thursday, Friday, or Saturday.
I think it's every single. Oh, but it does say select nights.
That's what I mean.
So I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, that's a brief look at.
Like it seemed like that one was one that would have been like a dated ticket, but then
she's pointing to the Hello Scream single night ticket Thursday, Friday, or Sunday only.
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah. Moving on. Jaden says, I'm going to try to convince you for Brick or Treat October 30th. I mean, if it doesn't cost me any extra, I guess I should put that up on the screen. If it doesn't cost me any extra money to go to Brick or Treat, because Brick or Treat is included in my ticket, but yeah, mine, not hers, because I have the most expensive ticket. Everybody else has one ticket lower. I'm going to, I could see about coming on the 30th, but I am going the 2nd. Just to get it, there at the beginning so that I can have a video up for you guys. Patrick says hi. Hi, Patrick. When are we coming to Brick or Treat at Legoland? Excellent question, and now is a great time just to transition. We'll get to more questions. I know there's plenty of comments on here, and we'll keep going along here, but I'm just working my way down through. So when are we coming for Brick or Treat? Well, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pop back up the screen share and talk about some events that are going on at Legoland. We have reservations to go to all 3 of these events at Legoland. The first one, so we were at Lego Heroes Weekend this past weekend, so that video is up on the channel already, published today. And the next weekend, actually it starts this Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday. I'm not sure what the 13th is off the top of my head. It's Friday. Is Lego Ninjago 10th anniversary. And let's just go ahead and open up this and let's talk about this event. So it says celebrate 10 years of Lego Ninjago with the ultimate immersive experience as real and virtual worlds collide. So what exactly this means, I'm trying to see what on here. Augmented reality. So is it over in Miniland again, I think maybe, or just throughout the park? But from August 13th through September 5th, there will be special events going on for Lego Ninjago 10th anniversary. Then we also have reservations for, and I forgot to mention that we're not going this weekend, we're going next weekend because we didn't want to go to Legoland 2 weekends in a row. So we're going not the 13th, or we're going the 21st. That's when we're going, August 21st for Lego Ninjago weekend. I know you guys are asking questions, but I just want to get through all these events real quick first. Then there's this. I just discovered this right before the live stream. In fact, when I saw it, I went and made reservations immediately. Lego Video Music Fest. I have no idea what this is, but it says all new family-friendly music festival coming to Legoland, California. One weekend only, September 17th through the 19th. That's Friday through Sunday. And it says DJ Llama, the music superstar behind Lego Video. I guess that's an actual thing. Will make a special appearance at Legoland for one weekend only as part of his newly announced world tour. It just looks like it says that there'll be interactive games, prize competitions, sing-alongs, creative pop-ups, full-on music festival of fun for the whole family. Get to groove on. So we're going to check that out. And we're going to go Saturday, September 18th. And then the last one is Brick or Treat. And Brick or Treat, of course, is their Halloween event. And this requires extra admission to go to Brick or Treat October 2nd, 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 30th. That's every Saturday, basically in October. And they've got live entertainment, character meet and greets, costume contests, treat stations, dance parties, and more, it says. It looks like decorations and fishy friends at Sea Life, too. So I guess you can see some Brick or Treat stuff at Sea Life, which is pretty nifty there. But this is the prices for that event. You can get tickets already on sale for regular one-day ticket purchases. This includes 1 day of admission to Legoland California, and it includes admission to Brick or Treat Halloween event. It does say up here in small print that annual pass holder Brick or Treat tickets and reservations are coming soon. So you can't yet make reservations for that event. I made reservations for the day, like admission to the day, but I don't know if I have to make reservations for the Brick or Treat event as well, which I will as soon as that becomes available. But that's a quick look at some of the Legoland activities and things that we'll be doing here in the very near future. I'm sure we are way behind in comments, so I'm going to try to catch up. Jaden says, wait till I have 1,000 people in my chat. Yeah. Then there'll be comments going like crazy. It'll be really hard to catch up. And Jeff says that he loves the pink room.
That's his doing.
Yeah,
It's a lie.
It is my doing.
It's a gray wall.
Huh?
It's a gray wall.
Yeah, gray wall, but I've got a little light on the dresser back there just to add in the pink for the YouTube channel colors and things like that. So, is there any annual pass holder discounts? I'm assuming you're talking about to Hallow Scream. Yes, there is a discount. In fact, if you looked at my screen share, those were my discounts, I think. Or maybe they weren't. I don't know. But I did get a discount for Hallow Scream when I bought tickets because of being an annual pass holder. It was like 10% off. So it wasn't a crazy amount, but it helped. Vince asks, what about SeaWorld barbecue days? Do you think they will require pass members to purchase the lanyard again?
Did they even have barbecue days last?
It's the isn't it the beer festival?
Yeah, we were gone.
We haven't, but I'm sure we will this time. Not to get beer, we don't drink beer, but sure to check out the food options that they have, and that sort of thing. Also, before I keep going on the chat, something else that this app lets me do is I wanted to let you all know that we do have a Patreon set up now. I know that some of you have asked in the past, how can you support the channel? And the patreon.com/SoCalDisneyDad has a few options set up. I'm still working out specialty things that we can do for you guys. But of course, we'll give you one of our stickers. We have stickers that we can mail to you for any of the tier levels. For the middle tier level, I thought it would be fun for us to send you personalized postcards every now and again. So if you sign up, we'll buy you a postcard from Disneyland or SeaWorld or wherever.
Buy postcards?
Yeah, you can buy postcards. I know you can buy postcards at the zoo. I've seen them.
They're there. I just don't know.
I'm pretty sure Disneyland does. But we'll buy you some postcards. We'll mail you some postcards. Fun little personalized note for you. things like that. And then the highest level one is where you can get right now anyway. Where is it? You can get these T-shirts and things like that. You can request what you want the T-shirt or what you want on the T-shirt and that sort of thing. But that's the current way to get T-shirts. And they with Patreon, if you're not familiar with Patreon, it's a monthly donation system. You can, if you just want the T-shirt and that's it, you can pick the most expensive one and then cancel it pretty much right after you sign up for it, and then it'll just charge you once, and then I'll send you the T-shirt. But if you want to keep supporting us, that would be really, really helpful, and we'd love the support. But you can check that out, patreon.com/SoCalDisneyDad. If you're not wanting to do Patreon, YouTube lets you do something called Super Chat with just the little money dollar icon there next to the chat, so you can see that as well. Then let me go ahead and turn that back off, and let's keep going through some of these comments here. Sorry, just reading through the comments to try to catch up. Arcade Jackpot Master says that he only works Sundays starting this weekend. So sorry about that, Austin. We really appreciated being able to see you on our most recent visit. Did see him at his spot over there in the Hideaways, which was the fun play area. If you saw our video, I think from today, it's the one that had that. We went over there to the Hideaways, and Austin showed James where a slide was that was open. So I appreciate that very much, James. Very much appreciated it as well. But we only go on Saturdays, so I guess that probably means we won't see you for a little while.
Maybe go on a Sunday. We just wouldn't be getting up there till...
If we go on a Sunday, it'll be Sunday, October 3rd, because I have Brick or Treat October 2nd, and we're thinking that will be the best day to get hotels, get the Castle Hotel. So we'll all go up and we'll stay at the Castle Hotel, and then we can go in as a family on Sunday. That's a possibility. So we're thinking about something like that, so we might be able to see you then. And Jaden just mentioned you realize that LA or SoCal in general, SoCal residents and Orlando residents are very lucky to have all the theme parks. Absolutely are. Yeah, Orlando does have more. I find myself jealous of the Orlando people a lot. I mean, I love San Diego, but like just to have 4 Disney parks, 2 Universal parks, plus Universal's water park, 2 Disney water parks, all those hotels with all the wonderful good food. Yeah, Legoland, Florida, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens.
But they have Florida weather.
They do have Florida weather. We have Southern California weather. Sunshine and no rain. Yeah. I think we hear a kid, so Amy's gonna have to step out and take care of the child at the moment. Does just popping, still going through. Does SeaWorld Halloween event need separate tickets? Yes, it does. And of course, my internet says it's doing really bad right now. Okay, connection went up a little bit. It's an inevitability when we're on my laptop. I have internet issues. I'm gonna try to buy a Wi-Fi extender, see if that helps in the future. Maybe that'll help. But back to the question. Yes, the Howl O Scream event starts at 7 p.m. It gives you admission at 5 p.m. So I'm pretty sure that you have to be out of the park by 7 p.m. if you have a regular tickets that day. And like I said, with Howl O Scream, if you just buy the Howl O Scream ticket and you don't have an annual pass and you didn't buy a one-day ticket for SeaWorld, you can get in starting at 5 p.m. And that'll give you 2 hours before the Howl O Scream event starts. Of course, the rides continue on through Howl O Scream. Howl O Scream allows you to ride the rides. They have 3 haunted houses. 3 haunted houses that they're going to have. And if I had to guess where those are going to be, one is going to be in Wild Arctic, one is going to be in the turtle place, and the third one is probably going to be in the Shark Encounter. So I mean, the two share the same building, unless you go from Shark Encounter to Turtle Reef, and that's considered one haunted house. Where they'd put the other one, I'm not entirely sure, unless they open up some of the aquariums that have been closed for a little while. The aquarium that's over by Tidal Twister has been closed for quite some time, and they could put one in there. I'm not really sure where they're going to put them right now. Do you know if Balboa Park in San Diego has the Halloween event there for the month of October? Ooh, good question. I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have Amy check that out, but I don't want to spend a whole lot of time trying to research that right this minute, but I can. We can talk about it in the next live stream next Monday if you give me a chance to research it a bit. Maybe next week we'll talk about all the Halloween events that are going on in Southern California. So if you want to plan for that, we'll talk about Universals, we'll talk about SeaWorlds, we'll talk about Disney's, Legolands, basically everybody's Halloween events. We'll talk about those next week. Hopefully, can you guys still see the channel okay? The internet says 1 bar. So is my streaming choppy? Is it still working? What's the deal? I just wanna make sure everything is working okay. Let's see here. Austin says thanks for the cards and sticker. You are absolutely welcome, sir. As I said, much appreciated it. So Jennifer says yes. Yes, it's laggy. Yes, it's working. Okay, David says we can see you perfectly, and Jennifer says pretty good. So even though I only have 2 out of 10 connection, according to, all right, good. I'm just glad to know that everything is working, because we've had times before where it's completely frozen, and you guys are like, "Hey, where'd you go?" So I just wanted to make sure that wasn't the case here. So I'm going to go back up and answer some more questions. You guys can keep dropping questions. We'll get to them when we get to them. Sorry about that. We appreciate you being here, of course, and spending some time with us. How soon should I book Disneyland tickets for the first week in December?
You can do it anytime, technically.
Yeah, I just booked tickets for, wow, let's see. The SoCal resident deal, or the California resident deal, came out like July 7th. And I booked tickets for July 17th, like that day. So 10 days away, and there was availability.
Availability. And as far as masks, they're still not required for outdoors. So
yeah,
even
right now, that could always change. I mean, when we went on the 17th, masks weren't required indoors or outdoors. Now, when we go on Wednesday, which is 2 days from now,
they're required indoors.
Yeah, they're required indoors. Are they required on rides?
See, that's where I don't know, because Disney World, they're required on rides no matter what, like indoor or outdoor. But then Disneyland's website says they're required on many attractions. So it sounds like Disneyland's not being as strict as Disney World. And the only reason I can think of that is that Disney World, the majority of their queues are partly inside.
Well, most of their rides are inside. It's because of the rain.
But like even Dumbo was outside, and they said they're requiring it, and like,
I don't know.
So apparently Disney World is flat outside, all rides, all queues, like everything.
I imagine it's probably a no-brainer that rides like Ariel's Undersea Adventure are going to require masks, because it's completely indoors. And I wouldn't be surprised if Cars, Radiator Racers requires masks, because the ride goes indoors. But I wonder if a ride like Goofy Silly Symphony Swings, which the queue is outdoors, the ride is outdoor, if that would require it.
And that's what we're going to find out.
And what about like Incredicoaster? Because technically nothing's outdoor, but in the queue there are still some pretty closed spaces. Like when you're up in the area and you're going over the track.
They're doing. And that's what we're curious about. I've had a couple people, and I'm like, here, friends of mine ask me, they're like, so what's going on with masks at Disneyland? And I'm like, I have no idea.
Of course, we'll be filming on Wednesday. I won't be able to get it up for Thursday, but Thursday I'll put the video together. So the video will be ready on Disney California Adventure Park on Friday.
Can I go live for the ride?
I can try to go live. when we're at Disney. Just the last couple times I've went live, again, I've dealt with internet issues, and I feel like the sketchiness of the internet hasn't been great. But I'll see. I'll check my internet connection, how my speeds are working when I'm there, and we may go live on Wednesday. You can look out for that. I really couldn't tell you when. It would probably be some random time in the middle of the day. More than likely when Benji's like taking a nap in the stroller, if he takes a nap in the stroller. If big if.
Probably won't.
We'll see.
He didn't at Legoland on Saturday.
We'll see. Big Red Journeys says, just wanted to say, first, I love your channel and the content, and second, thank you. Because of watching your channel, I finally made the push to start my own channel. I am so glad to hear that. We have been inspired from other YouTubers to start a YouTube channel. You know, I watched Tim Tracker, was the very first YouTuber that I ever watched consistently. And that was way back in 2017. I remember planning for my 2017 trip, and we found videos on YouTube. Like, we were watching, this is how starved we were for Disney information at the time. And YouTube vloggers and Disney vloggers weren't really a thing back then. We ordered the like Disney planning DVD that they sent, and that we got it in the mail, and we watched like every 2 hours of that. And we were watching like food. What was it? Unwrapped had a Disneyland edition. Video. I know they were old, but that's all we could find, and we were devouring the videos. We came across Tim Tracker. I bought a video camera to immediately begin vlogging my trips back in 2017. And I did. I have them still on my computer to this day. All my Walt Disney World trips going back to 2017 are film as opposed to photo. And I love my film trips so much better than my photos. But you guys will never see those vlogs because I was atrocious.
It's very boring sounding.
This is an example, okay? This is an example of my vlogs from 2017. Good morning. It's Wednesday, day 2, and we're going to Magic Kingdom. Yeah, that was me. It was really, really bad. I'm like, why do I not seem excited? I'm at Disney. Shouldn't I be excited? But anyway, never posted those to YouTube. But never will. But every time we're getting ready to go on a Walt Disney World trip, we start watching, like binging Walt Disney World vlogs from all our favorite vloggers. And I've told this story before, but I found Paging Mr. Morrow. And Paging Mr. Morrow, I watched 4 straight months of his videos, and I said, you know, I want to get back into doing this. So February of this year, I started putting my YouTube videos together, never really expecting that they were going to go anywhere, but you guys seem to love them, and so I appreciate that very, very much, and we're happy to keep posting them as long as you guys keep loving them, which is a wonderful reminder for me, because I always forget to say this until at the end of every video. I can remember it at the end, but I really need to say it in the middle of the videos or at the beginning. And if you can go ahead and push the little like button, it really does help. Signals to YouTube that you like the video. And so you can push the like button now on this live stream, but also when you're watching our videos, if you remember just to give a quick thumbs up, a like, it really does super help. If enough people push the like button in like the first 30 minutes to an hour of a video posting, which also if you want to hit the little bell button, that will let you know when we post a video. Basically, it tells YouTube that it should show this video to more people. So thank you very much. And we definitely appreciate that. Let's just keep going down the comments here. Sorry, just going through. Jaden says the Castle Hotel was so nice. Well, granted that if Jaden's dad said that. Jaden wanted to stay in the Lego Hotel this time, but our last trip it was Castle, and it was great. We took a poll. I don't know if you saw that poll. It was a couple months ago now. On which hotel we should stay at, Castle Hotel or Lego Hotel, and Castle Hotel won by a landslide. We just haven't had a chance to go check that out yet, but like I said, maybe October 2nd will be the perfect opportunity for us to go stay at the Lego Hotel, or sometime in October, for sure.
One of our kids is starting school next week, so it gets a little bit crazier. Zoom or...
Let's see here.
I don't think so, do they?
So again, you guys are, I got a lot of comments to catch up on. I'm assuming you're asking about Halloween, and again, I need to look into that. I will look into a next live stream. So it won't be Monday actually, because next Monday I have a meeting, but it'll be Tuesday next week. Next Tuesday. Well, I can still have a live stream if you're working. But next Tuesday, I will try to do the live stream, and we can talk about those Halloween events. I will find every single Halloween event. I know that like even the San Diego trolleys, the Old Town trolleys, has Halloween events, and there's things that you can do in Old Town. So there's plenty of Halloween events, either in SoCal in general, in San Diego, up in LA. I'm going to find all those, and I'm going to list them all out for you, and we can talk about them for sure. So those were all those comments. Let's see here. Can you tell your politicians to allow the Canadians in?
I don't know why it's this way around. I just read that today that Canada is re-letting vaccinated Americans back in, like on a limited basis, but it's going that way, but not the other way. So I'm sorry, Canadians. We do feel bad for you. But yeah, we don't know when that's going to change.
Yep. Peyton says hi. Hi, Peyton. Good to see you. Arcade Jackpot Master, or Austin, because I just got to remember your name. Austin asks, what about Big Thunder Mountain? I think you're talking about when we were talking about masks. I would imagine Big Thunder Mountain would be, it being totally outdoors, would be a non-mask required ride. But like I said, we don't know.
And we won't find out that either.
We're not going to Disneyland.
We're not going to that part.
We're just going to Disney California Adventure. We have non-park hopper tickets, just one park per day. We went to Disneyland last time, going to DCA this time. We're going to Disneyland again the next time we go, which will be in September. At that point, we are going to look at upgrading our other tickets. We can't upgrade the California resident ticket, but we have some other tickets we haven't used, upgrading those to passes. So we'll see about doing that at that point. But
Magic keys.
Yeah, magic keys. How long are we staying on for? Probably till 9 o'clock. So we usually allocate an hour for live stream. And I mean, it's not going to be a hard and fast rule. The live stream isn't ending at 9 o'clock, even if I'm mid-sentence. But when the biggest struggle that I have whenever we don't get around to hosting lives until like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, which is what we would do if I had a live next Monday after my meeting, is that I'm exhausted by then, and I just don't want to keep stretching it on even when it's like, oh, I want to go to bed. So it's nicer to have that here earlier in the evening, 8 to 9, then after 9 o'clock, we can still get some stuff done and relax a bit. So 8 to 9 is what we're going to be hanging out here for today. Jaden said he wanted to be the next esports superstar and YouTuber, so he created a channel. A friend made the graphics, and we post from time to time. Awesome. Love to hear about other folks posting to YouTube. I love video games. I am a huge video gamer, and the idea of playing video games for a living on like YouTube or Twitch or something like that sounds like a super dream job to me. But that market is so saturated that I just don't know how to even break into it. Whereas like here with vlogging, I'm like one of two. I always do this. I always accidentally do something like that.
I'm Mike Wazowski. I'm telling you, I'm Mike Wazowski. If you know, you know.
I'm one of two, maybe three, like San Diego vloggers. And
still quite a few Southern California vloggers.
There's a lot in the Anaheim area that cover the Anaheim parks, but very few people that cover all the San Diego stuff. So it's very easy for me down here in this video market to be found. And then the other thing is that we are one of the few YouTubers with families. I am very hard pressed to find another YouTuber with families. If you know of a YouTuber, Disney YouTuber in particular, or a theme park YouTuber that has small children that regularly vlogs anywhere, I'll watch anybody. The only ones that I can think of off the top of my head is, well, now the Tim Tracker, who has a child, but he didn't start that way, and they still really, his child is so young, they pretty much do their own thing, and you know, he's just Jackson is just there for the ride.
There's one out of Utah, I think it's like Bingham Family or something, and they're not specifically just travel, like they kind of YouTube everything.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying.
But their majority of their videos are like their family travels. Like they've gone to Hawaii, they've gone to Florida, they've gone to Disneyland. So like that would, and they have like 7 kids. So that would probably be the only other one I would know. But it is true. We're kind of jealous sometimes of all the people who don't have kids because they can just go do whatever on a whim, go to the park easily, go somewhere, and us, we're like, we have work. We have school. Our kids have soccer. Like, there's always something going on.
I put up Vince's comment because he says he has a channel as well where he's got a few SeaWorld videos and the zoo as well. So just wanted to put that up there. David says, I feel your pain when they ran out of Pulled Pork. Yeah. Thankfully, Legoland didn't run out of Pulled Pork.
No, their pulled pork tastes better. Yeah.
It's way better. Way better. I'm not sure if you answered this. Was Aqua Racer moved? Because in the last video it looked like it was gone. Is that the one right outside?
Outside the show.
Outside the 4D theater.
Down.
Yeah, the wall is down. Oh, check my current video. If you watch my current video, I did a little recap of the Police 4D, and I think I was facing back, like right behind me, when I was talking about that.
Because in the last video, it looked like it was gone.
Oh, the last video.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the previous video before that. You're talking about this video that I just posted today. Oh, yeah. It's not there. Yeah. It's not there. The walls are down. It's not there though. Anthony says he's gonna head out. So thanks for hanging out. You're probably already gone. But thanks for hanging out just the same. And it was great chatting with you and spending some time and hanging out. Looks like we're about all caught up now with all the comments. So I'm going to pop it off the screen. And any other questions you guys have, things you want to talk about, things you want to discuss, anything at all, really. If not, I'm just gonna keep moving along here with what I was planning on talking about today, which is Disneyland. Of course, we're going up on Wednesday. So I wanted to talk about a few things that I've heard, some things that I'm expecting, dreading, fearing, what I call. And I'll answer that question in just a minute. But just to talk about what I just meant was I've heard a lot of horror stories about web slingers. Now, I remember when I rode web slingers on opening day for Avengers Campus, I remember it probably taking a good 30 to 40 minutes once I got in the virtual queue. Like my virtual queue was up, and then I waited in line, and I had to wait another 30 to 40 minutes. I heard recently that sometimes the waits are taking an hour and a half to 2 hours now. And so weird. I just don't know that it's going to be worth it for us to go to web slingers if the wait is that long. We will still try to get a pass. I'm going to be driving.
Because it's up to me.
I'm going to be driving. And Amy didn't know the trick the last time. She was trying to read everything, and the trick is you don't read, you just mash buttons. So she's going to try again. We'll see if we can get web slingers reservations for this upcoming trip.
I mean, it was either that or I drive, and I hate driving in the morning going up because I don't like dealing with traffic. Yep. He's much better at dealing with traffic, and I'm much better at cruising on the way back home.
Even though I already went to PIM Test Kitchen, we're probably going to be going back to PIM Test Kitchen again because Amy hasn't been there. We want to get that big Choco Smash chocolate bar again. Try a couple of the different food items this time.
Maybe if we think about it, and like if we can get another like a separate meal meal order for it, maybe try the giant pretzel even.
Yeah, if we can just like get a snack, like that as a snack later on in the day. We'll see how it works. I'm not quite sure exactly what's going on with that yet. Jaden's dad asks, are any cruises on the plans for you guys? I saw a cruise that was announced recently.
Yeah, dream on.
And I want to go on it.
Dream on.
It's not going to happen, but did you guys see the cruise that was announced? Like, it starts at $200,000 for one person, $200,000 per person, and it's a 4-month cruise that goes to like 68 world historic sites, and it spans the entire globe, goes through the Panama Canal, the Suez Canal, around Australia, all that sort of thing. I would love to do something like that. Of course, I have nowhere near enough money. I'd have to sell my house, and then we'd live out of a cardboard box. We'd live out of a cardboard box just for me to do that. But it'd be really, really stupid. Anyway, I'd love to go on a cruise at some point. A cruise is definitely on the books at some point. Now, it's not on the books scheduled. It's on the docket of the bucket list, if you will. I know we can go on like a cheap cruise for $300 from Carnival Cruise or something like that. But I'd really love to go on a Disney cruise.
We really want to do a Disney one, and we really want to do one of the ones that's either out of Texas or the ones out of Florida that go to either the Caribbean or the Bahamas. Because no offense to the ones out of San Diego, but they're kind of stupid.
This is the San Diego one. Yep. Well, I'm doing backwards.
There is one that goes to Ensenada, and I've heard that one's still okay. But they said for the price of that one, considering it's still only like a 2 or 3 day cruise, even the one that goes down to Mexico, they said still isn't necessarily worth it. And yeah, Jaden's dad, the one to Alaska.
Where are you seeing
down
this?
At the bottom.
Oh.
But I mean, I don't know if he's still talking about Disney cruise. But there is a Disney cruise that they used to have that went to Alaska, and that would be one I would entertain, even though it's cold.
I know Disney cruises are expensive, but there's something to be said about Disney and the magic and all that sort of thing. Of course, I don't think Disney is going to be our first cruise, because I don't want that expensive of a cruise on something that Amy could hate, because it's going to be her if she hates it. I just know that right now. It's going to be her if anyone hates it.
No, it might be fine. It might be like when we've flown to Australia and we've been on like the biggest airplane that exists, and it's tolerable, because it's not bumpy. Or it could be like going on the boat to Catalina Island a couple years ago, where you're like this the whole time, and I hated it. So, who knows?
Popping this question back up from Vince, is that a autocorrect typo there? Did you mean to say Sea Life Aquarium? Probably with Brick or Treat. From what I saw on the Brick or Treat info, it looks like there's actually candy stations in the Sea Life Aquarium. So I think that Sea Life Aquarium is part of the Brick or Treat Halloween event there at Legoland. Fatima says hi. Hopefully you're still watching the live stream. Sometimes, I see the little number going up and down all the time. 12 people watching, 9 people watching, 7 people watching. Yeah. Every time it goes down, I'm like, oh, do I have internet issues? Because that's just what I'm so used to happening when we have internet issues. The viewers like kind of trickle away. But if you're still watching, glad to have you here with us. You are so very welcome. Glad you received the prize, and hope you're enjoying it. Let's see here. Question from the GF. Is the Stingray Touch Pool open at SeaWorld? Yes. And any news on the dolphin experience to get close to the dolphins? Batray Touch Pool is, yes, it's open. If you go earlier on in the day, you can do the Batray feeding experience, which is super fun. the bat ray like goes over your hand, and they like suction the fish out of your hand. It's like, and it's a really really interesting feeling. I like it. It's fun. And the dolphin experience. Do you know anything about that at all?
The last time I saw it going on, it like there weren't anywhere you were like in the water or anything, and I don't know if you were really even like touching the dolphins. But I don't know; those things are always changing. So probably your best bet. I mean, unless you like happen to see one going on, would be to just Facebook message SeaWorld, because that seems to be the only way you can get a hold of them. Unless you
do know that a dolphin experience is becoming available because they just announced that the pass holders that have the level of pass, I think it's the platinums, that get one free animal encounter a year. Their free animal encounter is the dolphin experience.
What that actually
I don't think it's the like, swim with the dolphins and get in the water with them, but it might be like, toss them a fish. Maybe you get to pet them right there from the edge. I think that's the type of experience that it probably is. Just my guess. Ryan popped on. Hi, Ryan. Good to see you. Glad to have you join with us today. What?
Here's comment. Speaking of expensive.
Oh, yes. I actually wanted to talk about that. Let's just pop that. I'm going to go back up and talk about some other things here in a minute. But Kier's comment, Star Wars Galactic Hotel. Yes, yeah. Speaking of expensive.
And weird. Did you see like the picture of the blue shrimp?
No.
Did you see? You didn't see that?
No. Oh, every time I turn my head, the light goes out.
They're like serving this like dish with blue shrimp, and it just looks weird.
Amy's first thought was, wow, that's ridiculously expensive. Would never do it. My first thought was, I could handle that. One person would be $2,500. And so I'm thinking like, for that all-inclusive experience, I'd entertain it. But I'd have to, the only way I'd go is if I go with my buddy Steven, who is a Star Wars nut, who would probably think the same thing as me. How can I make this work? That's what we started thinking. What can I do to make this possible?
I don't see it being financially good for people who who want to go with their whole family type of thing.
No, I would never take my whole family on that.
It is literally a type of thing where he would go with a friend. That way he's only paying for his portion on it.
There's no way I'm forking out $6,000 to take the whole family for that. No, definitely not. I can handle going with just one person splitting the cost with somebody else. That's definitely a possibility. But so what we know, at least from what I was reading about the Galactic Hotel, it's backstage. So I don't exactly remember where you go to get transported there. But of course that they're supposed to simulate taking you into space.
Oh yeah, if you want to laugh, go read the frequently asked questions on their website. Because people are like, are we really going into space? No. Seriously, people.
So whatever vehicle you're getting in, it's supposed to probably be a Star Wars space cruiser. And my guess is they're going to have the outward facade of you getting in that. And then you get in and it's going to be like a tram or a train. And the train is going to take you, much like the train from the airport and you fly into Orlando and you get out of the gate. And then to get to the main part of the airport, you have to take one of those monorail type trams. My guess is it's going to be something like that has computer screens on the wall that make it look like you're flying through space. How they're going to simulate the takeoff part, I don't know if they will. Maybe that'll be before the train takes off. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's probably going to be really cool.
Resistance, I think they just
it's just an elevator, though.
Is that an elevator?
It's just an elevator.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yes.
It's an elevator?
Yes.
Oh, I wondered how that worked.
Yeah, it's an elevator.
I guess that makes sense because you go in the same door you come out.
Correct.
And I was always trying to figure that out.
No, it's just an elevator.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I should have known that Disneyland's good with elevators.
So they'll probably have a tram that takes you because the hotel, from what I understand, is completely backstage. Backstage next to Hollywood Studios near Galaxy's Edge. because, of course, halfway through the stay at the Galactic Hotel, they take you down to Batuu. So you take another transport down to Batuu on the first full day, I guess, it's 2 nights. So that you have arrival day, and then you have the departure day, and then you've got the day in between. So it's kind of 3 days, 2 nights, and the full day in the middle, they take you down to Batuu. You have an exclusive Rise of the Resistance experience. So it's basically like, it's one of those tours where you skip the line. Of course, they're going to have to factor that in.
No, someone was saying that they had read somewhere that it's going to be before Ingram Park opens.
Before? No, it was like 1 in the afternoon.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Wow. You can pull up the itinerary. Let me just do that here.
I totally lost track of
I know. We'll get back to the comments in a minute. Star Wars Hotel Orlando itinerary, because I know I saw it here.
Scroll down in comments in case anyone's saying. Scroll back up.
Yeah, nobody else is talking about that at the moment, so we can keep going here. I start planning overview. I know that there's an itinerary here. I saw it somewhere. Learn about experience highlights during. I'm looking for it. Once I get it, I'll pop it up on the screen for you. Oh, here it is. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna pop it up on the screen now. So here is the itinerary for Rise of the Resistance. So does the park open at 9?
The park opens at 9, but boarding passes usually don't start boarding until a little bit later. Because you can start getting a boarding.
They start boarding right away.
Okay, well then it might just be the first group, or they might shift that.
But here's the other thing: Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is 10 to 10:30 a.m. here, and that definitely is when the park is open. Mm-hmm. So I still think it's going to be a tour type experience where they let you skip the line because.
When you just go through the fast pass, or the back of the line somehow. I don't know.
I imagine it's going to be a tour where they let you skip the line. It says 30 minutes. And that wait could be 45 minutes if they make you wait it. So I don't think they're making you wait it. The pre-show is a little while. Then there's a pre-show after the pre-show. And then there's the ride and all of that. And they probably let you...
they don't give you long till eat lunch.
Where is that?
11:15 to 11:45.
Yeah, 30 minutes to eat lunch, Docking Bay. And then they have a transport that takes you back to the shuttle Star Cruiser there at 12:40, and then they have stuff the rest of the day back in there. But anyway, different stuff that they have going on there. Let's see here. Get back up to some of these comments off the Star Wars Hotel for right now. Where does the best Disney cruise go to? Do you have any idea? Because
I don't know, but everything I've heard is the ones that go to the Caribbean. I think are the best ones because they're the ones that stop at Castaway Key.
Castaway Key.
Which is their own
I think it's actually K.
Is it K?
So, in Australia.
I think you're right. It's Castaway K.
In Australia, when we went to Sydney, they have Circular Quay. And it's spelled Quay. And I always thought it was K, but they say key when you get there. So it's Circular Quay.
And I think this one's CAY. And I think
it is Castaway K, CAY. So that's why we got temporarily confused.
Those cruises stop there, which is their own little private island where you can, they have family-friendly areas. They have adults-only areas. They have, I think, a little watercraft you can rent and stuff like that. Obviously, we don't know from experience.
We've never been on a Disney cruise. Never been on any cruise.
Everything we have heard is the cruises that stop there are the best ones. But they all have their perks because, honestly, I've also heard that it depends on what cruise ship you get. Because they said the newer cruise ships, obviously the one they're building sounds amazing. And they said, the newer the cruise ship, also the better. And that's why they said the San Diego ones are not the best because it's the oldest cruise ship that they have, the shortest itinerary, the shortest amount of stuff to do and what you do. So that's why if we ever did one, we'd do a Florida one probably. It's just a matter of, every time we've thought about it, we're like, but we're going to Florida. We'd rather just go to Disney World because we're already taking the time to go to Florida.
Pretty much. Let's check out some of these other comments here. Vince asked if the walkway above Shamu will ever reopen. I didn't even know there was a walkway above
You used to be
Shamu.
able to walk like up the staircases that are like up above the tank. But I feel like, I mean, did they close that all the way back back in 2001? You know, after 9/11, or
is that a 9/11 thing, or is that a 2014 Don Bradshaw type change?
That's what I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I wonder if that would be.
No, I think that may have been the other, like a later thing, because we used to go to SeaWorld when I was in high school, which was back in like 2005. And I thought I remember going up there. So
it might be post Blackfish, and I don't know if it's coming back post Blackfish. Let's see here.
Vince asked how we redeem that.
The dolphin experience?
You just have to log into the pass holders page.
Log into your pass, go to SeaWorld San Diego, log in, go to my account, and you should have, it should show you your rewards and things, and you should be able to redeem it from there. Let's see here.
What is page?
Next year, the new Disney ship Wish launches. So yeah, we have heard about that. In fact, a lot of people were invited to it, not just me, but I was invited to watch the unveiling thing. And I know a lot of the YouTubers talked about it and did a watch party when they were announcing that. But all these things happen when I'm working, and because I'm not a full-time blogger, I miss out on a lot of these things. Like, last week when Magic Key came out, it really would have been great to live stream right whenever we found everything out, but I had to wait a couple hours. It just happens. Peyton says, is this only in Disney World or is this Disneyland? Yes. The Star Wars Galactic Hotel is at World only. They don't have enough room. They don't have room here. Although they are expanding. Yeah, but they're not going to expand the building kind of hotel. No, I know. They're tearing down all the parking lots. Basically, the downtown Disney parking lot, the old downtown Disney parking lot that no longer is used anymore except for cast. That parking lot will get completely turned into an extension of Disneyland.
That's what they're claiming right now, but I mean, I'm not holding my breath until construction happens, because they have had so many different plans for downtown Disney.
It's because Anaheim keeps shutting everything down.
They plan all these things. They even give you the prototype art. They show you all these things when they're planning, and then they get shut down.
That hotel that they planned that got shut down would have been an eyesore. No wonder it got shut down. But the expansion for Disneyland and Disney California Adventure to extend back all the way over to Disneyland Hotel on either side of the Disneyland Hotel and into Paradise Pier, I think that's a reasonable expansion that Anaheim should love, because it's going to bring in more people, and it doesn't affect the appearance of Anaheim at all. It doesn't affect the appearance of downtown Disney, which has a lot of non-Disney type restaurants and stores there, like the Lego store, for instance, that their business is part of Anaheim's commerce business. So of course they didn't want that gigantic ugly hotel put right in the middle of downtown Disney. But I think that the expansion that they have going on would be good, and if they wanted to do something like a Star Wars hotel, that would have been the perfect opportunity to put something like that in, because they could keep it low key, because again, it doesn't need to be a 9-story high rise. They could even build it all underground for all I know.
But if it's something that part of it has to connect to Star Wars Land, it would be completely impossible, because Star Wars Land backs up into the parking garage in Ball Road.
Oh, yeah.
So you can't.
But they would just need a transport to there, just like they're going to transport you from backstage to Batu and World, because they're not connected. It's backstage, it's close, but it's not connected.
Disney World gets more of the perks because they have so much land and space.
Well, they do. They have all that space. But yeah. Well, just the other comments were about the walkway we were talking about with SeaWorld. So we're all caught up on comments, and I honestly probably think this is one of the best times since we got no comments left unanswered, and it's just after 9 o'clock. I think now is the perfect time to wrap things up. I want to make one last comment for those of you that are watching. If you weren't here earlier, I did set up a Patreon, patreon.com/SoCalDisneyDad. It's really in the early stages, but just a way that if you're interested in supporting the channel, it's a way that you can do that. So you can check that out at patreon.com/SoCalDisneyDad. But thank you all for joining us and spending some time with us here this evening. We much appreciate it. Next live stream, again, we're going to try to do these weekly again. We were doing them weekly before. Summer got really busy. James goes back to school next week. So the summer is pretty much winding up to a close here. I mean, I know summer is only halfway over in terms of calendar. But the live streams will be way more frequent now. That summer is over for the kids and things. Less traveling and gallivanting around. We won't be doing any Monterey Bay trips and things like that.
I was going to say, I don't think Benjamin would put up with that. The whole trip on the last day dragged me down. He was like, "Mommy, I just want to get out of the car."
So because of that, live streams will be more frequent. But next Monday, I do have a meeting from 6 to 8:30. So I just really don't want to start a live stream right at 9 o'clock, right after I get back from that. So we'll do the live stream on Tuesday. If Amy works, and we'll do the live stream anyway. It'll just be me hanging out with you guys. But if she's not working, she'll be there as well. Otherwise, we'll keep them on Mondays, except for whenever I have meetings, which is just once a month. That'll be what we do and hang out. Next week we'll plan on talking about all the Halloween events. I'm going to research it and come up with a full list for you guys, because that seems to be a popular question, is all those Halloween events.
If our internet's good, we may try to go live for a ride on Wednesday.
Yep, try to go live on Wednesday at Disney California Adventure sometime throughout the day, so be on the lookout for that if we have it. If we don't, we don't, but it
really depends on how the kids are doing.
Yeah, it does. Turn on notifications if you want to be notified of live videos. But anyway, like I said, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you very much. And we're going to sign out. So we will see you next time.